am going to welcome Jessica Mccracken to the stage with me here. And hi, Jessica.
Hi, Katie.
And today,
wow, how amazing was that?
I know.
And I'm so excited for this transition.
Yes, we're gonna kind of dive deep into ourselves in a fun way. So let me just say a little bit about what the demo is that we're about to do while people grab a writing utensil or two or three and a piece of paper, if you can, if you're able. So Wheel of Joy is the demo we're about to do together. Jessica's gonna lead me through it. Wheel of Joy is an engaging experience designed to deepen our understanding of what brings us joy and how we sustain those meaningful moments in the midst of extraordinary changes and hardship. This will be facilitated by Jessica Mccracken. She is the director of Creative Spark, which is a Covia community service that we work on together. Creative Spark generates inspiring and energizing direction for aging service professionals, fostering new programs, elevating current ones, and ultimately creating lives better lived. Jessica herself brings decades of experience in theater, arts education, and creative engagement programs, amongst other things. So get us started, Jessica.
Yeah, this is such a wonderful way for us all to kind of reflect on, what we just experienced with Gabri's amazing story. We can dig into our stories. The Wheel of Joy is super fun. It's an easy exercise that you can do on pen and paper, or you can even do in your mind's eye if you don't have pen and paper handy. It's an opportunity to tap into what brings light to our lives and offers us a venue and encourages us to share those things with others, because it's really by connecting with what's inside of us and sharing that with others is what builds collective resiliency and healing. So we do this exercise in our trainings and classes with Creative Spark, but we also bring it to staff meetings. I do it with family calls and happy hour with friends. This is an opportunity to take a moment to reflect on joy. So with your pen and paper or in your mind's eye, what you want to do is you want to draw a big circle on your sheet of paper, right in the center. When I say big, I mean like chocolate chip cookie of your wildest dreams kind of big. So I'm going to just put one on my page right now in a Sharpie marker so you can see kind of the size I'm talking about. Big like a chocolate chip cookie. Ooh, lovely. And right through the center of that circle, you're going to put crosshairs, so intersecting lines like a big plus sign. I'm really inspired by the Native American medicine wheel and the Celtic cross. I like the intersecting lines to go through the circle and into the infinity of that white space on the page. Did it? It's not perfect. Come on. Okay, so I like to grab multiple markers for me. I always have these handy. On the top of your page, or in your mind's eye and in your heart, you want to think about 4 things that bring you joy. 4 things that bring you joy. Now, these could be activities like cooking and gardening. If you know me, you know I love it. Or it can be items like Gabri's doll or this necklace I'm wearing that my dad gave me. So 4 things that bring you joy. Take a moment and write them on the top of your page. The cool thing about this exercise is that every time you do it, those four things can be different. I've done it, I guess, more than most people, and every time it's different. So I want you to think about those four things. And you have your circle with your crosshairs making these quadrants, like slices of a pie, big slices. In those four quadrants, you want to place a word that is the essence of that thing, the essence of that joy. You have four joys, you have four slices of pie. For each slice, capture the essence of that joy and put it in the pie. This is hard. I'm asking you to dig deep, peel back. What is it about cooking? What is it about that doll? The connection to mom, the history, the story. What is it about it that brings you joy? I'll let you take a moment. I already broke my own rule. I wrote 2 words down for each one because I felt like it really I needed more words to capture it. So as you can see with my sheet of paper, I have 4 words on the top of the page. There you go, Katie, that looks great. And I have words inside the circle that are the essence of those joys. Now I'm gonna ask a different part of your brain to engage. I want you to adorn the outside of this circle with lines and shapes, doodles, if you will, by changing from thinking about the words to thinking about images, you're engaging a different part of your brain. And as you're doing that, and just free yourself, sketches, doodles, as you're doing that, I want you to consider these joys, these 4 joys, your 4 inner muses. Consider how you have connected with those things throughout your life. Have these joys always carried you on your journey? And has the way that you connected with these joys evolved? Have they changed? I know mine have since this sheltering in place. Going out dancing with my friends, that brings me great joy. I've had to connect with it in a different way, but that's why tapping into the essence of that joy is so important. I'll give you a moment. So just doodle and sketch and ponder. Again, this is a wonderful thing to do in staff meetings, to do on calls with friends and family, to bring to your work, however you work with others. By tapping into your own joy and sharing that with others, you really are creating a bond that can build community, increase compassion. it's beyond creativity. I love these words that I'm hearing from Gabri and Calvin. It's curiosity, it's identity. It's creativity is one singular word that we use to encapsulate so much. Please activate the chat. We would love to hear, today, what are your 4 joys? Maybe pick one joy and share what the essence of that is. Katie, I'd love to hear from you. What are your joys these days?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned like every time I do Wheel of Joy, it's a little bit different or a lot different, which is just a good reminder that we find joy in a lot of places if we're looking for it. So I had 2 that were totally different, sparked by Gabri talking about objects and how they can be meaningful. I had never put an object as one of my joys before, but I have these bright pink banana earrings that I recently acquired, and they bring me so much joy. They're like, it's just a tiny part of the day. And I thought, what is it that makes me smile so much about these earrings? And part of it is that they're silly, like, it's like permission to just be silly. And part of it's that it's unexpected. And I think, one thing that's been hard with or challenging with COVID and shelter at home is there's just less variety. There's less moments that you didn't expect, right? Because I'm not out and about being, confronted with chaos of the world, which is so fun. So it's like I'm having to sort of capture that and make it for myself, through things like these banana earrings.
It's interesting that you say that, because another thing that the Wheel of Joy, by doing this and sharing it with others, every time there's like, I had that too, in these groups, which is wonderful because you're connecting with these shared joys. And I had surprises as one of my essence, this aha, this wow, and I think, I'm gravitating to that right now with, each day kind of, the Groundhog Day that, the pandemic has created. And I see Trace in the chat mentioned kayaking, and the water bringing peace to your soul. And yes, I had the rain is out my window right now, and the rain was one of my things that bring me joy. Being a girl of Northern California, quite familiar with rain, blessed so. And it's that peace that the washing away, like that water, can bring, connecting around that.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing in the chat. It's so fun to read about other people's joys and how we adapt them as we need to because of life.
Yes, Barb, it's saying health brings me joy. Yes, health brings me joy. It's great tapping into those things. And if you want to explore this more, we can put links in the chat. We have enduring inspiration. Oh, it feels good to say that again out loud. Enduring inspiration. I always say it like that. It's a virtual exhibition on Ruth's Table's website. So Creative Spark was born out of the magic of Ruth's Table. And so that's ruthstable.org for those of us on the phone, ruthstable.org. It's in the chat. From there, you can make your way to Enduring Inspirations tab. On February 4th, we're going to have an event to celebrate artwork that has been created through Creative Spark classes and worksheets and kits delivered to affordable housing. And it's an amazing show. It's going to be a wonderful event. We're going to do Wheel of Joy again and take it to another level. So if you enjoyed this exercise, please come to the event. And I just want to, thank you all for participating in the Wheel of Joy. Please share it with others and enjoy the Creative Aging Symposium. Congratulations on your 4th year.